Okay, good morning, Sue Rowan, Ling Ling, yeah, Paul Cousins. Okay, it's all good on your end. Thanks, Paul. All right, guys. We tried to do a little pre-walk into the beach from the temple, but that didn't work out. So welcome to a new link of a live stream. Tried to pre-plan the other one a little bit for you. Got some new mounts going on. You can see a little bit of the smartphone in the screenshot every once in a while. Maybe a little bit of the side of my face. Got you mounted on my right shoulder arms. Oh God, it's just beautiful. But we started to stream up at the temple, and it's just a short walk down the hill, and for some reason the stream health just went to crap. A lot of people in town, a lot of big parties, festivals going on. I don't know if that's got anything to do with it because of the Chinese New Year. There's a lot of people using the cell phone towers. But since I've arrived at the beach and started this second live stream, everything seems to be okay. You guys just give me a holler. Okay, we got Tyron in the house, Sue Rowan, Paul Cousins, and Ling Ling. Thanks for stopping in, guys. Time and temperature check. Saturday, January 21st. 79 degrees Fahrenheit. At least it was up on the hill. Down here in the valley by the sea, I'm gonna guess it's more like 75. Little bit of a chill to the breeze. Tomorrow, January 22nd, is the official Chinese New Year, but it goes on for 4 days, from the 20th through the 24th. So a lot of fireworks going off, a lot of festivals, a lot of big markets. So good to see so many people back in Thailand on a very active, busy level. Almost everywhere you go, people are busy, the markets are busy. See a lot of new faces in Ban Chang, both Farang and Asian. Yeah, a lot of people are taking advantage of the cold weather season in the northern hemispheres, and the freedom of travel has been opened up really well. No restrictions on entering Thailand unless you're from certain countries that have testing protocols back in that country, but I think it's just India and China have a little bit of things that they have to do. But anyone else, you just come like you always did with your passport on a visa exempt stamp and enjoy 30 days, and you could extend that to 60 days as a tourist if you'd like to stay 2 months in Thailand with no visa at all. Just and make money on a vacuum seal. Like, we're not going to do any of that because of my diet. I can't resist the temptation, and I'm not eating any breads except for a little bit of extra dark sourdough for a snack every once in a while. I'll have some toast with jam just for, you know, kind of fulfill the craving of a snack item. But that's it, and no rice, no noodles. So I'm pretty committed to the 90-day period that Ross and Rayong and I are kind of in a competition, not really, friendly competition for free dinner, right? Dinner for two, all right? So that's what we're going for. We started January 1, going to end on April 1, April Fool's Day is the last day of our challenge, and I'm hoping to be able to start taking some rice and other things back into my diet once I get to the goal that I want to get to. So, well, anyway, that's an update on us. We're just full-time retired, not interested in starting the business. We will at some point. The open mic is still a thing, still exists, taxes being paid, everything kosher, you know. So we got a lot of people that wish we were, you know, selling biscuits and gravy right now, and I understand that. If you're local and you happen to catch this live stream, I understand, but just give us some time. I didn't think it'd be this long. We got all of our equipment set up, but to me, my health, my diet, and what I'm trying to do to keep my resolution for this year continually going, you know, staying determined. I can't tempt myself with that kind of stuff, those kind of foods, American foods, breakfast and stuff, and fried potatoes and just can't do it, right? So, but we'll get to that at some point. We'll be able to do quite a bit of the open mic restaurant style business, not dine-in, but a lot of the same kind of stuff, same food products from our house. We've got plenty of room at our house and got all the equipment set up, so it will be a thing at some point that we start selling some products again. But we are really enjoying the retired time, and in no hurry to do anything. We wake up every day and decide what we want to do that day. Although, like I say, we've had a lot of commitments recently. We got people in town. Good friend in from Montana, shout out to Loombill. Loombill's been watching the live streams as well. You know, always got to meet and greet and go see and do. And then it's a brand new year. We got the American Legion meeting coming up pretty quick, so we're going to have an officers get together, you know, in Pattaya for breakfast and brunch or whatever. And you'll be seeing some more content related to the veterans groups here in the Eastern Seaboard. But it's just real life in Thailand. For any of you that are new to the channel, I mean, we don't do a lot of travel videos or try to put together informative, entertaining videos, but it's just simple expat life over here in Thailand. Nothing grandeur, no big facades. No, I'm not trying to be a vlogger and give all kinds of travel details and all that. It's just not what we do. But we do try to highlight businesses in our area, and for those that want to visit Rayong province and show you around, right? So a lot of content on the channel about the province here, and got a brand new video premiering this morning about some sea view apartments that have just opened recently, just had their grand opening back before Christmas. So brand new construction, really nice sea view, short stay or long stay rentals, really nice. So that video will be after the live stream. The live stream will probably be about 40-45 minutes long today, if we can keep a good signal. We started out really rough. All right, guys. Well, why am I getting that message? Okay, here we go. Is the stream okay? I just got a message that the live stream timed out, but it may have just been a screen timeout for me. Says we have 8 people in the chat house right now. Thanks for coming along, guys. Lifestyle, health comes first. Yeah, it's got to be a priority for all of us, right? It was a wake-up call for me when I got back from the States after going to visit my family, you know, that got disrupted for about a 3-year stint, right? So I finally got to go see the family and spend 6 weeks with the kids and grandkids and all that. And I wasn't in good shape, and it was really hard on me, and I have a lot of underlying health issues that are chronic that I'm never going to be able to cure or anything. So I can't let myself go as much as I've done, and so that's my mission. And up to you. You know, I love hearing from people. You know, we got Ali Brown, Fubar Traveler. He's a pugilist himself. He's given me some advice on hitting the heavy bag, which I appreciate. Ali, what a great name. What a great name. But a lot of people send me messages about, hey teacher, I'm doing this, just wanted to let you know, I'm sticking to my goal, or whatever it is, right? So that's great. And then I see on the Facebook social media, I see a lot of people changing their diet and maybe slowing down on alcohol, different things. I'm like, well, maybe, Ross and I think it was Ross's idea actually to do the challenge. Ross and Rayong, for those of you that don't know, is another YouTube channel here in Rayong province, but it was his idea to do the challenge. And I knew I had already started some boxing before I left for America. I knew I had to do something to get in shape, and I'm just never been a gym guy. Treadmills and all that shit just bores the hell out of me. It's just boring. I'm just not a person that does well at gyms. And everybody exercising together and sweating and everything, and you got to have conversations with people. It's just, and my feet are so bad, and my knees, and the neuropathy in the in the peripheral of my feet is really slow signal down there, so I can't jog or run or do a lot of things that most people could do. So that's why I chose to do what I'm doing. I'm still doing squats, and we've got stairs in the house, so I'm using the stairs as like a built-in Stairmaster, and I'm doing a lot of other things besides boxing. And like I said, the gardening and stuff like that gets to be hard work. out there with a shovel and a hoe. I'm sure all you guys have had some experience with that, right? But it's enjoyable exercise, enjoyable work, and that's I mean, I love boxing, and it's, you know, my skills are so less, that was a good way to put it, so much more or less skilled at boxing than what I used to be. So, you know, it's like not only exercise, but I know I can keep improving. I can keep getting better with my footwork, stepping in and out, my combinations, my speed bag work. Like, you know, it's a skilled exercise. I'm not just running on a treadmill. I mean, not that doesn't take some skill, because my neuropathy is so bad in my feet that yeah, I go slow. You know, I can do jungle trails if I go real slow and pay attention to every step. I can't, not much of a coordinated person. I can't walk on a balance beam or anything like that like I used to be able to, just because of the motor neuropathy. But anyway, we all have our problems, right? Everybody's dealt with something. Sue's a cancer survivor. You know, a good friend of mine just had a heart attack the other day. I mean, things happen, you know, we all have our problems. But I'm just determined. When I got back and I was in such rough shape when I returned, just horrible, you know, diabetes, hypertension, low back pain from hell. I mean, just from hell. You know, getting in and out of a chair was like torture. I was just in such rough shape, and then it's easy to fall into like a depression. It's like, holy shit, man, I've let myself go. I can't even travel home to see my family without, I mean, the jet lag was horrible. It was just all the combination of everything that was going on is why I said, man, I gotta get serious. And it's got to be, to me, you'll quit it if it's not something you enjoy doing. It's easy to quit it. If you don't enjoy running on a treadmill and going to a gym, it's easy to stop doing it, because you're not enjoying it really. You don't get up and look forward to it. I get up and look forward to walking in my backyard and putting on an hour of, you know, skilled boxing. And you work a heavy bag for 4 minutes straight, like a 4-minute round on a heavy bag, you're winded. I mean, your heart's racing, and it's quite a, you know, but it's low impact because I'm in control. I'm not jogging, uneven surfaces, and worried about my knees and all that, right? This is just a lot of upper body training, obviously. Wow, okay, let me shut up a little bit. Jet lag is always worse coming back to the States. You know, I got lucky when I went to the States. It wasn't too bad. About 24 hours where I just felt like I was doped up, you know, foggy headed and everything. But for some reason, when I came back home to Thailand, well, I know what it was. I was in dire pain with a lower back slip disc issue when I got on the plane. So, you know, what is it, like a total of 17 hours flight time, and then, you know, your little layovers and stuff, it's, you know, almost 30 hours sometimes. So I got to quit doing the flying straight through like that on 4 different planes, right? Just stay a night in Tokyo or whatever, right? Or get my ass in a lot better shape, which I am capable of doing. So despite the fact that I am a disabled American veteran, and, you know, people say, well, you don't look disabled. I mean, I've even had, you know, so-called super fans, you know, make comments about, well, how can you punch like that and everything? You're supposedly a disabled American veteran. Like, that doesn't look like anybody's disabled, right? Which just shows how clueless they really are. I mean, a lot of disabilities that you can't see. Yeah? Chronic pain, neuropathy, chronic fatigue, a lot of things that people have to live with the rest of their lives that limits them. It changed my whole life. You know, I used to be a disc golfer. I could throw a disc, you know, over 100 yards. If I tried to do something like that, it would destroy my whole back muscles. I'd be like, everything I have to do has to be measured and methodical, and because I know that I'm going to either have serious pain for days after, bad muscle cramps immediately. Like, that's what I deal with. So disabilities aren't always visible. You know, there's a lot of invisible diseases, you know. So that's what I tell people. Being disabled means that you can't sustain full-time employment. You can't actually get out there and do everything you used to do. You can't do that. It doesn't mean you can't be sharp and like, you know, do boxing for an hour. That's a whole lot different than being on your feet for 8 hours at work or whatever, right? Or getting up and down, or anything that requires, I can't even sit in an office very long, right? I have to keep changing positions. So it's only the judgmental, ignorant people that ever make those comments. Well, you don't look disabled. But in a way, even people that don't mean it in a bad way can say that because they don't know, right? Until I found out what CIDP was and what neuropathy is and what all this kind of shit is and autoimmune diseases and stuff, I had no idea, right, either. So, sometimes people make those comments and they don't mean it in a bad way. They're just like, hey, you're boxing, you're quick, you're fast, you're losing weight, looks like you're really improving your life. How is it that you're disabled, right? Well, I hope I just put that monkey to bed, because you can't see a lot of disabilities. They're called invisible diseases for a reason. You can't see them, but they're real. What I have, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Trust me, if I tried to live back home in America and be close to my kids and grandkids and went through all 4 seasons of weather, I'd probably already would have committed suicide. I mean, it's too much. I can't deal with it. That's why I had no choice but to find a tropical climate. Thailand was my second choice. First, I went to Colombia. I love Colombia. My Spanish is much better than my Thai. But Colombia just wasn't for me. I don't want to live in a country where all the police carry machine guns because they have to, right? I don't want to live there. Thailand is much more safer, if anything else, than anywhere in Central or South America that I know of. And I know people that have lived in Belize and Honduras, Nicaragua, and, Brazil. It's pretty much all the same. Mexico, great countries, great people, great food, great cultures, all that stuff. But safety, like getting a minivan and travel from here to Chiang Mai cross country, no, you don't do that in Colombia. I mean, no, you can in a group maybe, but even then you got to worry about narcos, armed gangs. The government is not in control of a lot of the countryside, a lot of the provincial areas. So it's very, very dangerous. Kidnappings, targeting of Westerners. You never wear gold when you're in a Colombian city, all that stuff. But the dead giveaway is all the police carrying machine guns. That's a dead giveaway, right? And then when they do a bank transfer, there's like 10 of them lined up from the armored car to the bank vault, right? So yeah, pretty serious stuff. And that's why I came to Thailand and never left, really, other than to go back home, because I just was looking for safety. I'm not picky about everything. There's a lot of things about Thailand that I don't like. I can complain about them privately to my friends. I don't talk about them here on social media because I don't feel like that's a platform to get really opinionated about things you don't like. I mean, what's the point in that? But by far, the things that I enjoy and love about living here outweigh any of the cons. The pros are far greater. But number one was my health, and so that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the live stream. I hope it's not going crazy on us. I appreciate the comments here. Let me get to some of that. I kind of got to go on and off with the glasses because, when you get old, I've always been nearsighted, so I needed prescription glasses to see distance. But now I'm farsighted too because you get old. But anyway, Ling Ling says, I do walk 13 kilometers 14 times in a month. Helps a little. Well, that sounds great, Ling Ling. I mean, anything. I had one guy told me that one of my videos that had quite a bit of boxing in it, maybe 4-minute segment of boxing. He said, I got to be honest, I was eating Doritos and drinking a Mountain Dew when I watched the video. That cracked me up. And I'm like, hey, don't let anybody tell you that you're not doing what you're supposed to do either. Everybody knows their own body more than anyone else, right? Even the doctors, right? Doctors don't know what's wrong with you until you tell them, right? And then they know where to check and test and all that stuff. We all know what our vices and superfluities are. And if it's something under our control that we can gradually change, and I'm happy to be down 5 pounds since the 1st of January. That's huge to me. Now, if I just fall off the wagon and start doing and eating and baking biscuits, I know myself. I can't do that. It's too much temptation. So I got to stick to the routine. I'm fasting in the mornings. Sometimes I'll grab a banana before breakfast, right? But I'll fast from the time I go to bed until usually 8:30, 9 o'clock before Nam Yin gets my breakfast. She's sleeping in like a baby this morning, so I left her alone. But anyway, guys, 10 people in the chat. I've been talking about myself so much. Apologize, but I know you can all relate to health issues, and I never thought in 10 million years that I would ever be a foreign expat at age 51 when I came here. But you know, I was motivated by my medical need for a tropical climate. I cannot do rapid temperature changes, and I certainly cannot do freezing weather. Impossible. Not going to happen. Never again in my life. And that's why I have the support of my daughters, because they get that. They were there with me starting in 2011 when all of this shit came onto me, and I had all this onset of all these problems and had to go to all these hospitals and doctors and all the way to the Mayo Clinic in Scottsdale, Arizona, trying to get answers, right? So they know exactly, you know, that I would love to spend more time with them and the grandkids and all that, but I can't afford to live in Florida. South Florida is basically the only area in the United States, other than Hawaii, can't afford to live there either, that you could live in to try and not deal with cold weather. South Florida and Hawaii. In California, not out of the question. I would never live in California, but you know, I used to snowbird in Arizona and South Texas, but even there it gets cold, you know. December, January, it's cold. A lot of cold fronts make it all the way down. So I'm very fortunate to still be here in Thailand after 8 years. And it's not a perfect country by any means. I keep my nose out of their business. A lot of shit that goes on, to me, it's just for the Thai people, not for me. Why do I need to be concerned about it? So I just live my life kind of Thai style, non-confrontational. That's kind of the way they go about things. And yeah, don't be too serious. Live for today. When in Rome, as they say. Oh, good morning, daughter. We support you always. Thank you, daughter. Guys, that's my youngest daughter in the house, Alicia South. She will be coming to Thailand soon. So it's going to be her first experience outside the country. We're all very excited. Nam Yin especially excited. She's got your room and your bathroom and stuff all set up, Alicia. Like it was basically just a kind of an empty room with the empty bathroom. She's like, oh, Alicia's coming, we gotta. So you're going to be surprised when you see the room. We're looking forward to it, daughter. Thanks for stopping by. Just doing a little rambling beach walk this morning on the Triple T YouTube channel. Beautiful day. Love the sound. I agree. For Florida, it's close to 22 hours in the air. I normally travel like a 24-hour layover in Taiwan or Texas. All right, smart man. Yeah, do that long layover, right? But it's been difficult with all the health restrictions that we were doing. But yeah, I agree. I need to do that. Jet lag is horrible. Sue Rowan's got some test results, guys, coming out next month in February. Some scans and stuff. She's a cancer survivor, so I'm sure she'll update us at a later date. And it's rainy, kind of monsoon season in northern Australia, so she isn't able to get out and do her walks as much. She's been busy with her family and all that going on. I appreciate that comment, daughter. Yeah, Nam Yin is so excited about you coming, Alicia. And we're excited about taking Nam Yin to America too. Don't know if it's going to happen this year, right? The way things are playing out, it may be next year before Nam Yin and I get to take a trip together. We'll see. Yeah, thanks for dropping by, GM. We got 12 people in the chat box. Thanks for tuning in. Okay, let me be quiet because GM likes the sound. I do too. Shit. Told you guys I have to be real careful on the rough shit. Haven't hurt myself yet. Slow is the name of the game. Welcome to Payun Beach. Like my setup there, I had you in a shoulder strap up here, so it's the first time trial on the live stream with the chest harness so I can see the chat. Of course the sun was in my eyes, so it's kind of hard to read the chat. And then these aren't reading glasses either, so go up and on and off. And anyway, you can also do a live stream with the phone action here, like this too. It's pretty good. Spent a few $100 on a couple of gadgets, no big deal. And we started out with a walking stream from Payun Temple. That didn't go good at all, so we had to start another stream, and what I will end up doing is removing the first stream and then putting this one in its place and sharing the URL link on the Facebook and everywhere else, so people can tune into the one that actually works down here at the beach. Breakers coming in. Yes, yes, we're very peaceful. I'll say nothing perfect about Thailand beaches. They're doing a lot better job lately, it seems like, of picking up all the rubbish. But a lot of these fishermen, and a lot of people that toss their trash, you know, and then stuff gets washed up and has to be picked up, and it's unfortunate, but it seems to be much better controlled. I remember the first time I came down here to Payun Beach, over there in the Evergreens, in the free zone area, where people just throw a mat down or hang a hammock. Just god-awful amounts of rubbish from the ocean that had washed in and hadn't been picked up and looked like a year. But anyway, they do a much better job now. So it may not be Miami Beach, but it doesn't cost as much as Miami Beach either. Here we go. Wow, too cool. I don't know how much longer the battery's going to last, guys. Peace and love to everyone. I hope you're doing well wherever you are in the world. We got people that tune into this little YouTube channel from all over the world. Don't worry about commenting on the videos. Jimmy Crack Corn, we don't care about all that jazz. Enjoy watching the videos that you like and move on with your day. Thanks for watching, guys. Well, the tide is high and it makes it kind of rough to get under this bush here. So we've got exit stage left here. You really got to watch for ants. You reach up and use a tree in Thailand to brace yourself. And them red ones, they will immediately take a nosedive into your skin. They are badasses. No getting around it. And most of them live on the trees. They're not really ground ants. You can get them, you know, coming up your ankles too, but usually they live up above. Well, welcome to Payun Beach. Yeah, they had a huge festival started last night down here at Payun Temple, which is where we started the original live stream. It had terrible buffering, so we just canceled that one. But they got a concert stage set up. They got a little carnival games, and of course lots of vendors. And this is actually a freshwater creek that comes in underneath the bridge here. What they call a klong. Nam Klong in Thailand is a creek, not as big as a river, right? I don't know what you call them in your home country, but they're not rivers. Too small to be a river. Can dry up in dry season upstream, right? But fresh water coming in, and of course the high tide and the rough seas mix the salt water in with it up so far. Lots of parking down here. Not a busy weekend for a Saturday morning. I'm surprised really that there isn't more vehicles parked down here, but again, it's Chinese New Year and you can hear all the fireworks going off in that distance, so not really a beach holiday. It's more focused around temples and businesses and, you know, all these different events they got going on. Peace out, Tyron. Thank you, man. Thank you. Bye, Sue Rowan. Thank you for stopping by. I know the battery's going to die any minute, so we'll close it right here underneath the infamous Dragon walkthrough bridge here at Payung Beach. And because it's Chinese New Year, I can't think of a better way to end up closing the video. Everybody's wearing red. Let's check it out. Thai people from all backgrounds, occupations, descent celebrate Chinese New Year, guys. It's a huge deal. And for those of you that don't know, the mythology behind the story is that there's this horrible, huge dragon that lives in the deepest part of the sea, and he only comes out once a year. And you have to make a lot of noise and build a lot of fires and do all that stuff to keep the dragon away, or the dragon will collect people and children. So that's kind of the mythology. I used to teach Chinese students English second language. And oh, Jesus. Let's go. Talk about perfect timing. Thank you, sir. I jumped a little bit, guys. I wasn't watching him. I was like looking. He was kind of being blocked by the beam here, so I couldn't see him. I was looking this way. Ooh. You guys might have been seeing him at the camera angle, but I had him blocked out. Wow, that was cool. Anyway, happy Chinese New Year from Bonchang, Rayong, Thailand. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed the beach walk live stream in real life in the Kingdom of Thailand. Thanks for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. From the land of smiles, Kingdom of Thailand. See you on the next video.